Well, good morning from the last morning in Chengdu. Man, yesterday I must have been savaged by mosquitoes, honestly. About 7 bites on my leg. Anyway, I have to make my way to the train station now, to Chengdu East. Make the journey over to Chongqing. So that should be interesting because today it's 35 degrees in Chongqing. Tomorrow, according to AccuWeather.com, don't know how accurate it is, it's going to be 39. Oh man. Anyway, bright blue skies, golden sunshine, very sweaty. So yeah, let's make our way to Chongqing. You know what, the more I travel on Chinese trains, the more I'm starting to hate them. It's the people. It's not the service. The service is unbelievable, but it's the people. Anyway, look. Welcome to Chongqing, home of the most populous greater city in the world. Over 32 million people here now, not just in the city alone, in the greater Chongqing area. Still, massive. Also, the foggiest city in China. And it's not because of smog and factory works, believe it or not. It's just because in this area, because it's covered by mountains, there's 2 rivers, and this has a subtropical climate. So of course it's humid, but the mountains mean that there's no strong winds able to come across and clear away the water vapor. So for I think 100 days of the year they have fog. So there you go. Today is not one of those days. Today it is hot and sunny. 33 degrees now. So yeah. Anyway, I have to figure out this labyrinth of streets to find my hostel, because there's elevators when you think you're on the 1st floor somewhere. You might be really on the 7th floor of the city. It's built in a, like on a mountain. So yeah, kind of strange, but hey, that's the way it goes. So there are literally elevators to get down to the different streets. Let's have a little peek over actually, because I thought I was on the ground level here, because that's where the subway comes up to. I'm way above ground level. Oh my god. You have to pay to actually use the elevator. 1 yuan, 18 cent. It's terrible, isn't it? All checked in. It's a nice little area actually where I'm staying. It's called the Riverside area. It looks very kind of old-fashioned, doesn't it? It's bloody hot. I told you I'm going to start complaining. I don't even care anymore. It's very hot, so I'm going to just take a walk around and see if I can find anything interesting. I'm going to head kind of to the pedestrian area, which is, well, I say it's not far. It's not far as the crow flies, but it might be far upwards. Nice street, isn't it? It's just restaurants everywhere again, as usual. So yeah, actually when I checked into the hostel, girl didn't have much English, but she translated and said to me, you know, there's someone in your room from your country. I said, that's weird. Barely, never mind Western people. I haven't seen any Irish people since I've been away, so yeah, let's start walking. Oh, the steps all around. I can't escape them. But the thing is, when you're following the map, you know, you don't actually have to follow the road, because in between buildings and in buildings there's like stairways behind them that lead you up onto another street. So you kind of just have to figure your own way out. Now, Chongqing wasn't always the city that it is today. Now, it was a city for a very long time, but it wasn't until 1997 when the president at the time granted it municipality status, that all of a sudden everything just boomed up. There was rapid economic growth, rapid industrial growth, just boom, boom, boom. And it became, well, apparently in China when companies move here, they say like the companies move to the west of China. It's basically the center. It's the west before you get to the center of China, but further west from here is desert. So this is kind of the west of the infrastructurally built up China. Although they're getting there, I think, further across in Xinjiang, autonomous region. But yeah, it's like, imagine this was a city, still a lot of people, but not on the scale of the greater region of 32 million people. This heat, honestly. We're about to make it onto the main district now. Everywhere, every second shop is selling hot pot. If you remember, I said to you that's the bowl of chili oil and sauces and spices where you cook your own food in and then you take it out and you eat that. Well, it's very famous in this region as well as Chengdu. The whole area really, before you get to the desert. But I tell you, I won't be eating it if it's so hot out today. I need something cool. I need an ice cold beer or something refreshing. Look at this place, oh my god. Here we go, the chaos begins. Controlled chaos, that's what I'll call it. Sounds better, doesn't it? Controlled chaos. Because there is order, it's just not the order that we're used to. Jealous of that guy with his bottle of water. I need to find a little supermarket. Check out this food court entrance, oh my god. Now I'm not going in yet because everyone will be hassling me, you know, but I'm really just touristy. That's kind of the thing that's bugging me right now. I'll definitely find something. There's ice cream over here, but I don't know if they have like smoothies or something like that. I'll have a little quick look. Oh, it's like Vegas or something. Now you might be tricked by thinking, yeah, lovely ice cream. But look, ice cream and chilies. And that one over there as well. Well, I tell you one thing. We are in capitalist mega centre here. This place has everything, honestly. Ralph Lauren, Gucci, everything. Like Rolex shops everywhere. Oh man, yeah, this place is monstrous. Of course, they have them here because they know there's a potential market there. That's why. So yeah, everyone get their selfies in front of this. Me too, I suppose. Like, does it fit? I don't know. Anyway, man. Yeah. Anyway, sorry. I'll tell you. I went to the place that was selling the ice creams, and they had these fruit juice kind of pictures. And one of them looked nice. It was raspberry. So I just translated the word for raspberry and I said it to the girl at the counter. She just gave me the X sign, like no. So, what? And I looked at the thing and I looked at her. She just kept staring at me. So yeah, I just walked away then. Like I wasn't gonna change something else, you know. Not that I didn't want anything else. That wasn't it. But I just said, like, you know what? If you're just gonna give me the X or just. Or recommend me something else if maybe that was sold out, like, and she pointed at something else or something, you know, but no, just kind of stared at me. So, you know, it's not being cruel, it's just that I don't want to give them my money after that. I know it's a dumb foreigner, maybe the translation wasn't right for raspberry, but you know, I think that word should translate as normal, single words. Sentences I don't understand translate a bit different, but single words should be fine, especially a bloody fruit. Look, I'm not going to complain. I have been complaining, but I'll find something else to drink. Jesus, man. Everyone walking around with their umbrellas. I tell you, they're smart over here, do you know that? Umbrella would be great. At least you're not sweating under the hat like I am, but it's better than I've been stuck in my eyes the whole time. Look, this just goes on, it spreads all in different directions. And this whole street is like photo shoot city. All the lovely girls getting their photos taken because this is in the background. Look at this monster. Oh my god, huh? Massive. I don't know if it's an apartment block or not. I really have no idea. It looks like there's trees on top. Maybe you can go up there. Anyway, I got iced bubble tea. Less bubbles, more ice. So yeah, pretty cool, isn't it? So apparently I'm coming into an area called Raffles City. Now it doesn't actually hold raffles, It's just the name of the area, but look how massive some of these bloody buildings are, like, you know? Like, honestly, and they're all weird shapes, like they're all curved. Well, not all of them, but you know, the big ones, the ones that you notice first. It's mad looking. It says Raffles City actually above, or behind the trees there, but yeah, this just looks like a nice little area. A bit less chaotic apart from the people getting their photos taken all along the street. And the people come up to you asking, you want your photo taken? Photo, and I say, nah, okay, I can do a little selfie on my phone, that's good enough for me. You know, I think you've got all the school kids kind of out now on a trip to Chongqing. Yeah, or maybe they're from Chongqing and they're just going to Raffles City for the day. Either way, I'm pleasantly surprised by the place. It's very clean, not that it wouldn't be clean, but like for the population that it has, you know, you always think to yourself, geez, chances are like out of those 32 million people, you're going to get a few people that are going to dirty you, and they probably do, but it gets cleaned up pretty quick, I guess. Nice little fountain here. Yeah, so as I said, my hotel, or my hostel, is not actually far from like that main pedestrian street where I got rejected for the raspberry drink, but it's just the stairs. Like, I was sweating by the time I got up. You know, it's just dead heat. Like, there's no wind. There's not a single little bit of wind. It's it's bonkers. Oh, maybe the further I get out to the river there'll be wind. Now there's a thing I want to see later when it's dark. I think this would be great. We've got a really nice part to walk through and check it out, but oh, where am I? That's like the waterfall. Anyway, look, I'll stop rambling on. Look at this pretty cool feature here. Yeah, nice, isn't it? So I'm just going underground into a part of Raffles City. Look how massive this place is. You're going underground, but it's not actually underground. You know what? I'll take the stairs. Yeah, so like I said, this place is built on a mountain. So what you think is the ground floor, like out there, you're on street level, yeah? You think that's street level. It's street level where you are, but really that's like, you know, I mean, you're probably a couple of 100 meters above sea level, really. Well, maybe not a couple of 100 meters, but it's pretty high. Like, this is going down and down. Like, look at this place. There's a cinema and everything in it. Muji, useful shop. Might check there later, actually. I've never been in a Chinese one. I've only been in a Irish one in Japan. Only little collectibles. Yeah, it's nice and cold in here, thankfully. So, well, yeah, that's what I mean. Like, you think you're on ground level, but really you're either the opposite. You're either way down, underground, or you're way up. Yeah, so this goes, it's 5 stories, so it goes down 4 from the entrance that I come in. So, yeah, weird, isn't it? 4 floors deep. It's good to know that there's a cinema here. You know what, I've been thinking maybe I'll go to the cinema while I'm here one of the evenings. It depends if they have anything in English, first of all, which, you know, it's hit or miss, especially like when it was different when I went to the cinema in Beijing, when I was waiting to fly home. I had to, you know, I checked out a hotel, had a bit of time to kill, and Beijing being the capital, that had some movies in English, or yeah, well, they were English with Chinese subtitles, but I don't care about that. You know, I just blanked them. But I don't know about somewhere like Chongqing. Look at this. This place is just it's just massive, and this goes on and on and on. Hey, Westerner. Yeah, this just goes on and loops around each floor. Oh my Christ Almighty! Taste real. Well, I hope so. Yeah. As I said, it's kind of a little bit overwhelming, if you know what I mean, when you're like, yeah, if you were here you'd get more what I mean, but you know what, like, no city we live in is this big. I know I'm only in the, like, the right in the center, but like when you think of what's in the center here and then multiply that by God knows how many times, dozens of times. Like, it's just massive. Like, even when I was coming in on the train from the, well, yeah, first of all the high-speed train, because that left me at the North Chongqing railway. They never leave you to the main railway station, mostly because, you know, why would they go through all the trouble of building high-speed railway tracks in a city that's already built? They build it into the outskirts of the city, and the connections from the main train station and surrounding areas to those outside train stations is great, so it doesn't really make a difference. But when I was coming in on the first train, the main high-speed train to the North train station, you just see the city over the river. It's just sprawled out high-rise apartment blocks as far as the eye can see, and more being built, of course. They're always building, as you've seen in loads of the bloody videos. So always construction going on. It's just madness. Anyway, I'll stop talking about how big the place is. You'll see yourself. What I didn't realise until 20 seconds ago was that each level of these 5 levels, has exits out onto the street. Oh God. Now I'll definitely stop talking about it. Look, I told you Asian people walk backwards a lot. I swear I'm not putting the video in reverse. But I did Google it, and it said it's something for, it's a mental health kind of thing, or something from the old Confucius times. Something like that anyway, I'm not exactly sure, but you know, that was the general kind of gist of it. And the same thing I googled, why they slap their arms like walking around like that. And it's the same thing, it's supposed to like heal certain parts of your body. It's an old ancient Chinese belief. So I won't be walking around doing it, but now I know why they do it at least. It's not just that like it's 1 or 2 crazy people, it's just a cultural kind of thing. You know, I don't even know where I come in. I wanted to look in Muji, the shop I showed you, but I don't know where it is. I'll find it somewhere. I don't know what floor I can. Did I come in on 4 or 5? I'll find it. Okay, I just came out of the bottom floor exit. It's not the same way. I haven't gone back to Muji yet, and I will go back in and head up, find my way back to where I entered. But now I'm on the bottom floor, but I'm wondering, I know there's a bridge here. I see a bridge in the distance. But I'm wondering, just because I'm on the bottom floor, am I on the bottom floor? So I'm going to go over to the wall here. Look at this view, like look how big this bloody place is. We're going to head over to the wall and see how far I am away from the water. I don't think we're actually that high up, to be honest. But yeah, this place is just, look at skyscrapers all along as far as you can see. Absolutely mad. Now there's a nice little like an old clock tower or something here. That's nice. Everyone getting their photos taken here, which makes me think we're close to the water, because usually you get like photos taken obviously with water in the background, right? That's what you think. Okay, let's see. Okay, we're not actually close to the water. Man, this place just keeps surprising me. Well, we're not like miles away, but let's have a little peek over the edge, shall we? So I can get a proper idea of how far we are still up, even though we came out of the bottom bloody floor. Okay. Okay, well it's still pretty far down. I mean, look how small these boats are, like. So the shopping centre actually ended in this huge building that we were looking at from the other side, and I got a leaflet. One of the guys was handing out a leaflet. It's called the Sky View. I don't know how much it is. I haven't read the leaflet yet. I just kind of stuffed it in my pocket and walked away. But if it's not too expensive, I'll head up there before I leave. Because it's the view is not from the very top. It's from this bridge that you see connected each side. So yeah, that'd be interesting. Let's try out a little buffet, will we? I'm not going to record me getting stuff because I'll drop everything. Okay, so I got all this and I don't know what I got. Some of it's spicy, some of it's not. There's plenty of veg, different meats. I think that's water, I hope. I think I have to go up and get a bowl of rice though, because that's what everyone else has gotten. So this came to €3. So I mean it's pretty big, you know. Yeah, so €3 for all this, and free refills. It's actually lemonade or Sprite. So let's try. I think this is going to be spicy, so I want to try a small bit. It's not the smallest bit, but here we go. It's pork. It's not spicy, it's sweet and sour. Oh, it's lovely. They've got random stuff. They've got like fries and stuff like this mixed in with like green beans and all sorts of stuff. But I made sure not to get stuff that was in the chili oil as much as I could. Like the fried aubergine. I mean, there's chilies on that here, but it's nothing like the things in the other shop that I got that I was struggling after. €3. Man, they weigh it, like, you know what I mean? And I picked like the heaviest things there, basically. So yeah, crazy vibe. Well, I'm stuffed. It's the rice that does it, you know that? Just tips you over the edge. You forget, you look at this little bowl that you fill up and you don't realise how dense it is and it's packed together. So yeah, stuffed. Oh man. Can't even, everywhere I'm walking I'm seeing food, I don't even want to think about it. Anyway, I'm glad I ate that. Food was lovely though, let's say. It wasn't spicy, that was the main thing. That was what I was hoping for. It makes it better that you can actually see what you're getting, so you can see if there's chili peppers in it, or, you know, you kind of know by looking at it if it's spicy or not. There was a couple of chilies that I couldn't avoid, but you know, I didn't mind that. That wasn't too bad. So yeah, this has been a little introduction into Chongqing. That's the English name. I apologise. Chongqing is the real name, not Chongqing. So yeah, tomorrow we'll go maybe to see an ancient village. I don't know exactly. I want to get back to the hostel and see if the other Irish guy is there, just for a laugh. Anyway, I'll catch you in the next one. Bye bye.